Pilate and 2 soldiers arrived at the veranda of the dungeon. One soldier carried a plate of food. Pilate stood in front of the prison door where Barabbas was held. He signaled to a soldier, who then opened the door. Seeing the soldier with the food, Barabbas watched as the soldier placed the plate down and left. Pilate signaled again, and the other soldiers also left. Barabbas stood up when he saw Pilate. Pilate asked, "Are you Barabbas?" Barabbas did not answer. Pilate stepped closer and said, "You are a fool. Your fight was right, but why did you start a riot?" Barabbas remained silent, watching Pilate calmly. Pilate continued, "Your cause was justified, which is why I supported the protest and arranged for guards. But you killed many people. Do you know the punishment for that? Crucifixion." Barabbas looked at Pilate and replied, "I did not start the riot. Caiaphas planned it and blamed me." Pilate immediately responded, "I know the truth, but who will believe it? The world will remember you as a murderer, a rioter, and a robber. History will say the same." He paused and then added, "Do not think that those from lower caste cannot rise to power. They must develop their skills, just as I did. I was once sold as a slave to Rome. Now, I am a ruler of the Roman Empire." Barabbas kept looking at Pilate. Pilate continued, "The Jews are eager to hold a council, sentence you to death, and crucify you immediately. I am the one delaying it." Barabbas asked, "Why delay?" "I am not afraid of death." Pilate replied, "You are a leader who fought for the rights of the oppressed. You should not die so soon. On the Passover festival, I have the power to free any prisoner, and I will use it to release you. You will be free. But remember, this is Judea, the land of the Jews. Unless they change their minds, you will not gain your rights. Try to change their minds wisely." Pilate then adds, "Don't starve yourself. Eat this." With a slight smile, Pilate left. Barabbas was looking majestically in the direction he had gone. The carpenter examines the cross he has just finished in his workshop. The cross has 2 sharp edges on its shoulders. The carpenter touches the cross. Satisfied with his work, he tries to lift it but struggles and places it nearby. Just as a doctor enters the workshop, upon seeing the doctor, the carpenter calls out, "Come in, doctor." The doctor notices the cross and asks, "You said you wouldn't make crosses anymore. Why are you making them again?" The carpenter responds quickly, "This is the last one I'll ever make. The last cross for Barabbas, the man who killed my son." The 2 of them walk into the house. Philomena is nearby, and the doctor examines her while the carpenter watches. After the examination, the doctor tells the carpenter, "I've lost hope that medicine can help her. Only a miracle can save her now." With that, he leaves the house. The carpenter stands, watching him leave, with tears in his eyes. Judas walks along a mountain path in the distance. Under a nearby tree, Jesus' disciples sit together. Seeing Jesus from afar, Judas hesitates. Instead of approaching, he sits on a rock, away from the others, and quietly pulls out a small bag of silver coins from his waist. He stares at them, his face confused. Jesus notices him and walks over. As soon as Judas sees him coming, he quickly hides the bag. Jesus sits beside him and looks at him closely. Unable to meet his gaze, Judas turns away. "Judas, you seem confused." Jesus asks, "Yes, Master, I am." Judas replies, staring into the distance. Jesus speaks gently. When greed and anger take over a man's heart, he loses himself. His choices are no longer his own, but even that is part of God's plan. His eyes drift toward the hidden bag of coins. Judas immediately looked at Jesus and asked, "Why did God create man with the inequality of rich and poor?" Jesus replied, "The mountain itself equalizes the valley, the cold equalizes the heat, the desert equalizes the sea, and there are inequalities to keep the world in balance. In every creation of the Father, there is a meaning, but man does not understand it." Judas looks at him, searching for answers. Then what is your purpose?" Jesus answers calmly, "I was sent to carry the sins of the world." Judas hesitates, then asks, "And me?" Jesus meets his eyes. "You were born to bear the blame of the world." Judas stares at him, confused. Jesus places a hand on his shoulder. "Don't get confused, Judas. Whenever the world talks about me, it is not possible to talk about me without talking about you. Do what is in your heart." With that, Jesus rises and walks back to his disciples. Judas watches him go. A decision forms in his mind. Without another word, he rises and heads down the mountain. As he walks, a carpenter runs up the path, out of breath. "Where is the preacher?" Judas pauses. Then, with a glance back at the mountain, he points toward Jesus. The carpenter nods and hurries up the path. Judas turns and disappears down the trail.